Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. I'm Annisa Fhadilla. Alhamdulillah, praise to be Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for all blessing that He has given to us. First of all, I would like to thank you for your time and attendance. Mr. Dr. Muhammad Al-Hafiz, SSMA, as the examiner's lecturer, and Ma'am Desvalini Answar, SSM Kum PhD, as the examiner lecturer, and then Ma'am Desvalin Delmi Wahyuni, SSMA as professor. Thank you also to my parents and my brothers that always giving me support, and then my friends who have come to watch and support me here. Today I will present my thesis proposal. The title is The Psychobiography Reading of Imaginary City, a novel written by Renchigari in 2017. The background study. Jakarta becomes the setting of literary work, and the setting becomes the spirit heart of the story. Jakarta as the setting of the imaginary city novel has the influence on the character emotion. Jakarta has the historical side and have a romantic side. The city affect emotion and life in its habit. Is this what builds and the individual attachment to the place that he visits? According to Lover 2014, state that psychogeography is the term combination of the psychology and geography. Psychogeography affects how an individual's emotion and behaviors within the specific environment are caused by and influenced directly by their environments. The third, according to Goverley 2006, in the literary psychogeography, the topography of the city is refashioned by the writer's imaginative force, and the text becomes a blend of the fact and the fiction, a space that oscillates between the real world and the world as perceived by an individual. Imaginary city by Renchigari perfectly manifests itself in the topographical reference to the real world, different city references that tell the reader where the character physically situated with the city. The fifth, the novel revolves around two main characters, unnamed character, she and he. In general, this novel tells about the revisiting the places witches had visited, with all their memories in Jakarta at night and her desire to make him as her lover. Even though she had rejected him, but she still fought for her love for him. And the sixth, every place that visit builds a subplot of the main plot. The characters keep coming back to those places, however traumatic that place. They're attached to those places. Focus problem. This research focused on how does the imaginary city reveals individual attachment to some places in Jakarta. Question. What are the forms of the psychogeography concepts in the novel Imaginary City? And the purpose of the research, the study aimed to find out what are the forms of the psychogeography concepts in the novel Imaginary City. And review of related studies. First, introduction to psychogeography. Psychogeography as developed in 1955 defines the study of the price law and the specific effects of the geographic environment, whether or not that unconsciously referred or not, at the feelings and the conduct of the individuals. However, according to Coverley 2006, state that psychogeography is literally as the point of the intersection between the psychology and geography, the one of the individual, one of the addiction, the characteristic that can be defined in the search of new way to learn about our urban environment. And the key concept psychogeography literary theory. The first is verify. According to Shah Kaiser, 2022, when a person drifts into his surroundings, however, he absorbs the certain aspect of the landscape, it is important to the concept of psychogeography because it connects the mind and the behavior to the environment. And the act of the drifting allows the individual to become the means of the examining the modern state. And the second, planner. According to Richardson, the planner is defined as the being the perceived and detective of observer, wanderer of the street, terms connected by the Charles Baudelaire. However, Benjamin state seeing the planner's position as the jumping off point from the more in-depth examination of the modern city in relationship to human mind. And the third is the sense of place. According to Lover 2014, individually sense atmosphere and aura of place is referred to the essence of place, and it is the construct in which individual knowledge, memories, perception, and interpretation becomes together to form a subjective interpretation of the place. And the fourth, place attachment. Place attachment as the form of the connection between the person and the environmental setting. Understanding the place attachment is the important to maintaining the attraction and the meaning of the place. Human experience and behavior evolves through the network of the memories and identity tied to the environment. The previous study, the first is psychogeography, walking through the strategy, natural and narrative by James D. Tidoway, 2021. The study examines the psychogeography trajectories, connection, and the affinities, notably with the natural rating. In Mating Gaps, the article considered the colonials and Muslim register that extend the strength of the side on the protagonist, heralding others' purity and the opportunity both of within and beyond the North Atlantic. Finally, reflecting on what the lesson lie in the psychogeography and its margin for human geography and the article reconsider the question of narrative and the skull. And the second, psychogeography of Kuala Lumpur in Nalsuri Ibrahim selected poem by Ruzi Sulisa Hasim and Fatin Nursahirah Faisal, 2016. The study focused on the experience of the planner. Psychogeography gives a different view in the analyzing the poem as the setting in the Kuala Lumpur are shown to be the significant in the providing insights into the mood and the tone of the undoing. While the city is not real, it is a place for the poet to survive. The two studies above significantly to this research. However, the researcher focused on the individual attachment to the place in Jakarta. This research is analyzed based on the geography and concept of the psychogeography. Research method. The first is data and resource data. This research was conducted using the qualitative descriptive research with content analysis. This research is the content analysis in which data used in this research are watched from the novel Imaginary City by Chidori 2017. For they are used to find the meaning and the problem contained in it. And the technique of data analysis. This analysis is done through the text and the context based on interpretation. The second important instrument next is the data in the form of quotes from the novel Imaginary City, February 2017. In addition to that, The researcher makes note on the quotation that is relevant to the topic and the problem. In doing so, the researcher approaches. Thank you. I think that's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.